Hey, Coach, I'm so happy you found us on YouTube. Make sure you go over and subscribe and like, go down below, hit the bell up above if you want to make sure you get anything else coming. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you're looking to become a better basketball coach, if you're looking to take it to the next level, that's why I started it, to help you become a better basketball coach. And if you're looking to take it to the next level and get full season access, you're looking for our complete library, you're looking for 2 memberships and my full library, go over to hit wintheseason.com. You can get teachhoops.com. You can get full season access, everything we do in our program that has made us one of the top programs in the country. And then you get my full library with the funnel down defense, rule of 3 offense, everything you would want. Go over and check it out, wintheseason.com, and have a great day. It could be too. All right, welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Today we're talking about mistakes coaches make. It's actually new coaches. I was laughing before we did it because it's like I probably make a lot of these mistakes too. Hope I don't, but we all make mistakes. So I think it's good to see them for sure.
I think this certainly applies to new coaches. It's easy, but this applies to all coaches. I find myself constantly reflecting on these over my career. I still do, but they're just good reminders for all of us. So number one is obsessing over X's and O's. I go through this every year. I've been at this for a long time. I love X's and O's. I absolutely love it. And so I spend the whole off season gathering all this stuff. And then you get to the season, and how much of that stuff do you really use? Not as much, so it's real easy for new coaches, I think, to get consumed and worried about that. It really doesn't have as big an impact on the game as we think it does.
No, it definitely, you have to know it, but it doesn't have to know it. Influence.
Yes. But things like culture and leadership are way matter more in the end than that. Number two, worrying about making others happy. I think as a new coach, you're worried about pleasing your kids and playing time and parents and administrators, and you just can't live that way. I talk about this 20-40-60 rule, where in your 20s, you're worried about what other people think about you. In your 40s, you don't care what other people think about you. And I'm not in my 60s, you aren't either. But as you hit your 60s, you realize no one was thinking about you to begin with.
True.
And
it's so true. And the thing is, I remember one of my a mentor of mine basically said, no matter what happens, there's always going to be somebody. Like, you can only keep 12 to 15 kids, so it's you cutting some kid, he's going to be mad.
Yeah, it's not like, in some regard, you play AAU, they only bring 9 guys on their team, they all get to play, everyone, you know what I mean? But you have a team of 15 kids, you're going to play, maybe 8 guys consistently in a game. You're navigating a whole lot of stuff that you have to keep together. You can't overpromise things. You just have to be honest with kids.
Yep.
And that is the third one, is overpromise playing time for players. I have some coaching colleagues that have had sons that are, played at Division I, mid-major basketball, who had this frustration with the coach. This new coach comes in and basically promised the kids playing time and what their role was going to be.
Right.
And would not have this difficult conversation. And my coaching colleague called the coach. He's like, I don't care what his role is going to be. Like, you have to decide that as a coach, but you can't string him along.
Right.
Like, you got to be honest and just be upfront and say, this is what I see you, because when you say something and you don't deliver it, that is the worst spot for anyone to be in.
Right.
And, that's happened at the college level too. So, but at the high school level, it's very important that you don't do that.
Right. I agree. Yeah. You have those, again, go back to those courageous conversations. You have to have those. You really do.
Number 4, avoid communication with parents. shy away from, that conversation. And I'm not a person that you don't need, we don't need to be meeting with parents talking about playing time and things like that, but be proactive is my point. Be proactive at your pack meeting at the beginning of the year.
Mm.
I send weekly emails to parents, giving them the plan for the week, like over communicate with the schedule and the stuff that you can control. It shows competence to
It
your
does.
parents.
It
And
does.
part of your job when the tough times come, they need to believe in their heart that you're a very competent coach and you're with it and together. And that helps you get through tougher times. So avoiding
I think that's a
communication.
great lesson for new coaches too. You got to over communicate. You really do have to over
Yes.
communicate. And it's like, I literally give them the practice schedule for the entire year, and we
I
do
do
it
too.
online and we print it off, and and I said, it will change. Like
Yep.
I was telling the other day, we gave a day off. It's like, okay, things will change or times will
Yep.
change. There's conflicts. But I said,
Yep.
here's the schedule for the entire year through the state
Yep.
championship. So, because it does, it shows competence, but it also
Yep.
shows you're thinking about it. Here's how things are going to work, all of
Yeah.
that stuff. I agree. Yes.
It's incredibly important because where there's a void in communication, negativity fills it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's important for coaches to remember. Number 5, not clearly defining team roles. We've talked about that a lot, but one of the most important things you can do as a new coach, any coach, define roles for your team, talk about them often.
Yes.
Um, and then number 6, common mistake is to not focus on culture and not really know what culture is, and know that culture is every day. And when you don't address things as they happen, you're killing your culture. And if you don't do that over time, all of a sudden you look back and you're like, what the heck happened? So culture is every day, and that's got to be the number one job of a coach. And then lastly is don't overcomplicate the game. Simple often wins.
It
Uh,
really does. It really
it
does.
does, because your kids, the more they have to think, the less they're going to perform, the worse they're going to do. Like, your goal is to create habits and just have them play free with good habits in those stressful situations, and hopefully they react how you want them to. Um, but it's very, and I've been guilty of this as a coach. But less is more. Simple wins. And think of, I always remind myself in these situations, players, not plays,
Yeah.
especially end a situation. How do you get your best player the ball in space? Don't worry about the perfect play, which may or may not work.
Right. Oh, I
So,
100%. It's yes. You got to have things in your toolbox, and that's why it's a long season, especially for high school coaches. It's 4 months, so you can keep putting tools in the toolbox,
yep,
but you're still probably going to go to that favorite hammer
yep,
or that favorite thing in that toolbox, which is great. And that's what you should be repping and working on. I love having lots of tools in the toolbox by March,
yep,
because all of a sudden maybe we've been running man, and then all of a sudden we come in playing your team and my man's not working. I
yep,
want something. I'm gonna go, or shoot, I need a needle nose pliers. So I'm gonna go over and grab it, see if it works.
yep,
To maybe to fix the door jam or whatever I'm using fixing,
yeah.
but it's true. So I agree. Yeah, yeah. And especially because it's a long season, I think that's an important
You can
thing.
do things like, I throw a ton of junk at the wall, like throwing a bunch of mud on the wall, and you see what sticks.
Yeah.
There's things that look good on paper that don't work for your team, and it's good. It's a long season. Throw something new in. Hey,
And
I
see if it
like that.
works. And if it doesn't, you get rid of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Like I
Yep.
know. It's like some stuff we've done this year. It's like that didn't work.
Yep.
We haven't run in 3 weeks. Probably never
Yep.
run it again. Yeah.
Yep.
It's still there, but probably not gonna run it.
Yep.
All right, till next week, coach.
All right. Thanks.
Hey, coach, I hope you like this. Make sure you go over and check out Teach. Make sure you subscribe and like. Make sure you go over, leave some comments if you have any questions or anything like that. I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. Go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. The one-stop membership for everything that you would need. And if you're looking to take it to the next level, you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for my own boxer, you're looking for everything, my library, everything that's included, go to wintheseason.com. Talk to you soon.